Some of this advice is so dumb, if you take it, you'll be an idiot forever.
During Ramadan, alcohol is like, man.
Dude, I was on the base pouring. I bought a bunch of water bottles and then dumped them out, and I was pouring drinks into them to get it back to the hotel so we can party some more. And I was making like our younger sailors go do it for me, like go get a giant cup at Burger King so we can pour alcohol in it. I got this one dude, his first prostitute for the first time. We were egging him on.
Cuba music. What's going on, everybody? It's Deckplate Tone with another video. Shout out to my Deckplate champions. In this video, listen, man, these guys do not take their advice. Listen, and listen how dumb it is, then learn from it. But do not, under any circumstance, unless you want to be a permanent idiot, take these guys' advice. Make sure that you guys like, also subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, right? Now let's go and hear this dumb shit. For this first guy, viewer discretion advised. He got a filthy mouth. He's a sailor, right? Or he was a sailor, something like that. But listen, my man said pack 60 shirts, 60 underwears, 60 What?
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Category number 1, I would recommend at least 60 pairs of underwear and socks. And the reason I say 60 pairs, well, I don't know if you can have a pair of underwear, but 60 underwear.
How can you pack six? He said pack 60 drawers, 60 underwear, 60 socks. How you gonna fit all that in your drawer? Like, check how much space we actually have on our drawer. My man telling people to pack 60, and he got more stuff that he's having them pack. So you packing 60 of all those things, which is crazy, by the way. And then you having like your gym clothes, civilian clothes, all these other things, your toiletries and all this stuff. But 60, that's your final number. Man, check out his page. His name is 911 Baby Goat. I gotta say, that's probably the dumbest advice I've ever heard in my whole entire life. And if you listen, you're not gonna have space for anything. Plus, you're giving people a whole chance to steal a whole bunch of stuff from you. He's sitting there saying, oh, people steal da-da-da-da. But if you got 60 whatever, people gonna be stealing that. Plus, who the hell is gonna have 60 like shirts in their drawer? What kind? Dumbest thing I've ever heard. For this next one, another one, viewer discretion advised. These guys are super dirtbags. You could tell they wasn't in the Navy long.
When I first
We'll
went
go
there,
dry for like months.
they were like, no drinking, no going off base, you're trapped here. We snuck out one time, jumped the fence.
And if you want to leave base, you have to like write down where you're going, what you're doing. It was crazy.
What was it called, dude? A Liberty Plan.
I'm a grown ass man with kids, and I gotta.
You know, they do that though. In like when I was in, I want to say it was Thailand or Vietnam, but like I would go and do stuff I was staying in a hotel and like I would go do a tour for the day, and they're like, give us exactly the details of where you're going.
Yeah.
We're copying your passport, all this. Basically, they just were like, if you disappear today, we have proof that you left with these people first. So I was like, I found it really interesting that I kept being asked to, tell my whereabouts.
This is from a sailor and a sex worker podcast. Listen, you're gonna lose brain cells, right? You go in here for guidance, advice, all that stuff. If you go to that page, you're not gonna get it. These guys are terrible in the advice they are saying. They are blatantly telling people, do not stick with a Liberty Plan. He said, oh, I'm a grown man. Well, you still joined the Navy. When you join the Navy, yeah, you're a grown man and all that stuff responsible. That's more of a reason to follow the rules and do what you gotta do. But this dummy is telling people, do not stick to the doggone plan. So when you go overseas, right? You go overseas and you go on Liberty ports, there's a Liberty Plan, a breakdown of what you're gonna do every day, who you're gonna be with, and all that stuff. Why? Because you're in a foreign country. And if you're in a foreign country and you get missing or something, guess what? We gotta tell your family, oh man, he's missing, we don't know where he is. Or he's here and this is the last place he was. But if you say, okay, well, I ain't gonna follow the Liberty Plan. If some BS happens, guess what happens? Nobody knows where you are. So why the hell wouldn't you follow the Liberty Plan? All right? Most of the time, people don't follow the Liberty Plan because they're doing something wrong and they think people want to be all in their business. Listen, people don't care about that. We just want you to do the right thing, make sure that we got a good account for you, and then that's it. Go have fun, wild out, right? Don't get in trouble. But this is guy talking about. Hopefully by now you got some brain cells left, because listen to this next one. First of all, my man is like 2 pounds, right? Like maybe 40. All right, He 40 You know what? This kid is cool, right? He got some good content and stuff like that. But my man said,
I don't even be knowing what day it is. I don't know what day it is. I don't know anything. I just be out there like I tell my parents I don't even talk. I barely talk to them when I'm underway because it make time slow down for me.
Why would you do that? That's messing with your emotional stability. Why would you ever do that? Why would you tell somebody to do that? Right? It doesn't make any sense. People will go crazy on deployment if they don't have no family. That's their rock. That's their foundation. If you listen to that, listen, man, you're going to be bouncing off the walls. And you might even try to go overboard. Don't listen to that dude because it's stupid. We're going back to the Sailor and the Sex Worker podcast. Viewer discretion advised. Once again, these guys have some filthy mouths. I mean, it's terrible. Despicable people. Despicable people, let me tell you.
Pulling in Bahrain's like
during Ramadan, and then we had to go to Pakistan.
Oh my gosh, during Ramadan, alcohol is like
banned,
right? But then you could still get it. But then we paid like what, $100 for like a fifth of vodka?
I want one.
Or something. It was ridiculous.
Dude, I was in the on the base pouring. I bought a bunch of water bottles and then dumped them out, and I was pouring drinks into them to get it back to the hotel so we can party some more. And I was making like our younger sailors go do it for me, like go get a fucking giant cup at Burger King so we can pour alcohol in it. It was crazy.
The struggle is real.
This guy said he made the younger sailors, right? Basically forces them to go and get alcohol, even if it's not authorized. He has them go to the store, empty the Pepsis or whatever out, and fill it with alcohol.
You got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing that.
And then who takes the blame for that? Maybe them. So you don't want to be a sailor, right? On deployment, somebody tell you to do that, and you get in trouble for it. He seemed like the kind of dirtbag that'll do that, man. All of them on there, I think they used to be in the Navy, and they dirtbags. I'm sorry, right? Sorry to judge, but they dirtbags. Don't listen to that, because what's gonna happen, you're gonna get your money taken away, right? You're gonna get your prestige taken away. When you're in the military, you get in trouble for stupid stuff like that. So much stuff happens when you do things like that. And if you're underage, guess what? You're getting hit over the head for that. Now, granted, on leave, foreign country, you might end up getting some kind of leave and whatnot, and might be able to drink underage, but why chance it? Why do that? Like, were we specifically talking about if it's not authorized, he having somebody do it? Listen, man, that dude, like, I just don't understand, right? I mean, I just don't understand. I wish I could. It just don't make any sense. For this one, I'll be a little bit nice. I mean, you know, the girl, she has a nice page. I think her name is Jalisa.
You cannot use pods on a boat. You cannot use the Tide pods, you know, the little plastic things where you just, pods. You can't use them. So I would recommend liquid detergent or powder detergent, but you cannot bring pods and use them on the boat. They say they clog up the pipes. Don't know how true it is. They say the plastic part really don't melt, and so it get clogged in the pipe. So they see you using it, they will stop you and will tell you not to use them. But also,
a really nice girl, so I'll give her that. But what she said was kind of dumb, like no Tide Pods. So instead of Tide Pods, which is really convenient and stuff, and they don't clog up the pipes and all that stuff. Maybe they used to, but not right now. Ships be having them all the time in the ship store. But here's the thing, instead of that big, the small Tide Pods, you're gonna have this big old thing of detergent walking around with like, 30 pounds of clothes. Don't make sense. And then you're going up and down ladder wells. That's not safe. That's not safe. Yo, you ever fell down one of those ladder wells? Check how steep these damn ladder wells are. And let me know if you want to be carrying some big behind detergent and then 50 pounds of clothes. It's not safe, but hey, Jalisa, subscribe to her page. I think she's pretty good. I like her content, but that was a dumb thing right there. All right, on to the next one. This right here, you're about to have some brain rot. All right, my man said something so dumb, man. I just want to give him that Triple H sledgehammer treatment. My God! And then get on top of him. Hey, yo. And then it's just hey, yo, that joint sound crazy. When Triple H hit him with the sledgehammer and be punching up. Oh, my God! That's a right hand! Anyway, this dude said to pack 5 pairs. I repeat, 5 pairs. 5 pairs of flip-flops. Where do you find the space? This dude must never, I don't know if he ever been on a ship before, or like, what kind of rack did you have, bro? Like, you had a mansion rack? Like, you had a mansion berth? It don't make no sense. Do not listen to that guy. My man don't know what he talking about. Maybe he was in Navy, but he not now. You know what I'm saying? But it don't even make no damn sense. You try to do that in today's Navy, you try to do that in today's berth, and guess what? They probably gonna throw it away. 5 pairs of, like, 5. Come on, don't listen. You got 5 pairs of shoes, right? Bird inspection is gonna be a nightmare. Plus, you always gonna get hit over the head for gear drift. That's basically having your gear out when it should be stowed away. But guess what? You don't got no space because he also told you to pack 60 shirts, 60 socks, 60 underwear. And then on top of that, civilian clothes. Go subscribe to this page, check his video, 9/11 baby go. But yo, it don't make any sense. And if you listen to that, listen, man, I'm telling you, you are doomed. You will be forever dumb. You don't want to be that guy, all right? Don't listen to that guy, all right? Good video, though, but that's some dumb stuff, all right? He got something else, right? He still made the list, right? So stay to the end because this guy, he got something else, and you want to hear this one. You definitely want to hear this one. These guys are exclusively putting bad advice out on the internet, right? We're going back to them. Deal with discretion advised. I'm telling you, these guys got filthy mouths. If you play it in your house, make sure you put the censor buttons on. We talking about a sailor and a sex worker. Listen, man, guys super raunchy, I'm not gonna lie, and they give terrible advice.
I got this one dude, his first prostitute for the first time.
It was like a menu book.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And you could see the chicks, and then like you could like pretty much order them, and then they'll bring you to.
Yeah, the dude was so scared, so I had to sit there and be like, dude, he'll be fine. Like, they're just gonna come in here, blah blah blah. And I had to sit there and watch him. We're egging him on.
How dare you?
And this one, my man is telling the sailors to all get prostitutes, man. It's illegal and all that. He forcing them basically to get prostitutes, man. Listen, man, what kind, you going to another country, you getting prostitutes, you don't know what kind of disease is this. Take care of your health, man. Especially those in my audience, man, that is not a good idea. That is a terrible idea, especially if you marry, especially if you got a girl, kids, all this stuff. It's so risky, that risky behavior, man. Take it from me. I used to be an idiot like that and run around doing dumb stuff like that. And you know what? It never did anything good for me. And you know what? I regret so much of that stuff. I ain't do the prostitutes though. But listen, do not listen to that, man. That is so stupid. And he's sitting there grabbing junior sailors. I'm glad that dude is out the Navy because you know what? It doesn't make any sense. That's not the kind of people, the negative influences that we need in our Navy, right? In our military today. And this dude's sitting there talking about he's forcing them to buy alcohol. Don't listen to the Liberty plans. And also get sex workers while you at it. So this dude is dangerous. He's not worried about health. And then he's not worried about none of the rules whatsoever, right? If you listen to that guy, you're gonna be screwed, man. I'm telling you right now. You'll probably be dead, you'll probably be sick, all those things. And nobody joined the Navy for that. But this fool, he's sitting there telling everybody and giving them that advice as that's what you wanna do. Go ahead and subscribe to that page if you want. I think everything on there is toxic. Listen what the stuff they talking about. It's terrible, terrible. I wish they just like unlist all the Navy content because they have some bad advice. Do not listen to a sailor and the sex workers because they're gonna have you looking crazy out here, looking like Boo Boo the Fool. You do not want that. I told you I leave you the best for last. Hey, for this one, hey, 9/11, hey, freak A. My man, listen, you know, and I'm just having fun. But listen, some bad advice, because he do have some good content. But I'm telling you right now, that brother, man, somebody check his laptop. Somebody check his laptop, man. What's going on, man? You know what I'm talking about.
Bring it here. We used to call them training videos. Make sure that you bring your adult entertainment because ain't no supposed to be going on the ship. I'm not saying that it don't happen. I'm just saying it's not supposed to be going on the ship. So make sure that you bring your training videos for when you need a little privacy in your rack.
Reacting to their nastiness. You nasty.
Oh, my man told he telling our Deckplate champions. He telling the Deckplate champions get training videos. What training videos are? It's the filthy stuff, the adult stuff. First of all, you should not be giving that type of advice. That's some private stuff for one. And then let's be honest, truth be told, that stuff, that kind of content, those videos that be holding us back, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a Deckplate champion, man, you serious about yourself, you serious about being the best part of yourself, yo, we gotta leave that joint behind. Yo, and I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm gonna get serious for a second, right? Because I'm a guy, right? I've consumed that content and stuff like that. But listen, the only thing that happens with that, it keep you from goals, it keep you from elevating, it keeps you from being as productive as you can be. It's terrible advice to tell somebody, hey, make sure you got all that stuff. You could be doing so much more, so much better. I get it. Underway, on deployment and stuff like that, you get lonely and all that. But if you have a girl or whatever, you start seeing those videos and you start getting enticed. Then you start being in a situation where you want to start doing something with somebody on this shit. Or you end up in a situation where, like, let's say you got a wife. Then you start thinking, all right, you know what? Like, my wife probably can't satisfy me like that because Busty Betty, she doing the job for me. Like, come on, man. You know, and I'm not one to judge that harshly, right? Because I've been there before, you know, been in that bondage of looking at all that stuff. And as a man, it is a struggle, I'm not gonna lie, but you should not be telling another person to be watching that stuff all the time. For real, man, we gotta be focused on other stuff, man. Like, yo, it's hard out here. Everybody else, oh man, it's nuts. That is some terrible advice, man. And if you get with that guy, man, like, if you listen to that advice, he got some good advice. But that one right there, boo, that's terrible. Do not listen to that stuff, man. All right, that's what I'm thinking, man. Hopefully you guys like the video. If you like that video and you want to know what are 20 things that Navy deployments are compared to, then check this video right here. You're gonna learn a lot. If you guys still here watching all the way to the end, let me tell you, I really appreciate you. Make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and tune into the next video as well. Shout out to you guys. No further entries this page. Tony out.